And welcome back. Let me quickly post the stream to the relevant platforms. Worked. And now we can get started. So, we yesterday did 2 missions, right? 2 missions going to... Oh, well, didn't want to click that. Anyway, 2 missions going to orbit. One was a test mission, uncrewed. And the other one was the crewed version, the first crewed flight. So we got the next mission from the program, and that is none less than doing a full day of orbit, so multiple orbits. And I said that we want to go with the same rocket, the lifting rocket, but this time we do the Vostok variant, not the Mercury variant. So, essentially, what I want to do is, most likely, get rid of this whole upper part here. Hopefully that works. And now select all of this and put it into the bin. Does the rest of it go away as well? No, it stays. Okay. So then we can filter for Vostok stuff. We have some engines here. I'm not sure if we want to use those. Well, we can see. Maybe, maybe not. We have the Vostok descent module. Okay, we have the Vostok decoupler. Looks interesting. The Vostok parachute. The Vostok service module. And the Zenith. What is the Zenith descent module? The Zenith descent module was developed in parallel with the Vostok descent module for photo reconnaissance use. Placing the camera equipment in a pressurized capsule made development much easier. Cameras and film could be recovered together, reducing cost. Historically used as a spy satellite, but for our peaceful RP-1 purposes, these represent the earliest weather satellite photos. Okay, so I guess we go with the Vostok descent module. Right? Looks really interesting. Okay. We also have this decoupler, which obviously I guess we will need. Like this. Seems to fit, right? Is that part of the... Give me that back. Hello? Give me back. Yeah, it's part. Okay. So we have that. And how do we now decouple something there? Because next I would like to... Ah, down there. Okay. How does that work? What else do we have? We have the service module. A service module with batteries and simple deorbit engine that has only one ignition. Yeah, that's enough. This is the same service module that you use for Vostok, Vostok, and Zenith. Attach the decoupler to the descent module first. And attach this to the bottom of the descent module. What? Wait. Attach the decoupler to the descent module first. That we did just now. And attach this to the bottom of the descent module. Okay. So, oh yeah, that fits. That fits nicely. Okay. And there's the engine at the bottom, or? We'll see. What else do we have? We have parachutes. I bet they go here. Exactly. Look at that. So we use the descent module, the parachute, the decoupler, the service module, and now we only have engines left. So what is up with these things at the top here? And where do we now place our lifting rocket? Here? This looks interesting, I mean. Okay. Let's check some settings. Service module. Comes with a lot of settings already. So comes with a small engine, I get. Properly filled, I expect. The tanks. Then we have deploy radiators. Okay. Deploy antennas. Whoa. Assign group ID, clear group ID, telemetry analysis. Avionics. 7 tons. How much does this thing weigh? What? Really? What? Okay, the staging is off still. So let's see what we can do with that. So we have this module. Then we have the descent module. It has ejection seats. It has a pressurized habitat. Comes with enough oxygen and stuff. Configure the processes. And 2 pressure controller. Okay. The scrubber. It all looks like the same amount as with the Mercury. True science. Liquids in microgravity. Visual tracking. Light control experiments. Wait, can I only? No, wait, okay. Which ones do we need? We need liquids in microgravity. Okay. We need visual tracking. We need flight control and Earth photography. But how? How? Can we... How can we add more? Can we? Sample capacity? There's only 2 available. How do we add more? Or do we have to fly 2 missions? I don't know. So right now we only have 2. Let's go to science. What science does it get us? Video imaging. We would need flight control experiments still. None of them gives us that, right? Can we only do 2? It's a bit confusing. How do we do the rest then? Configure crew sign. And we only have 2. Could potentially select also flight control and Earth photography, but maybe this one has as well? No, it only has telemetry analysis. I mean, let's go and try first what's gonna happen. Okay. So these stages, they are the same, right? Yep. Okay, then we are up here. And then it gets interesting. We have this service module that can deorbit us. We need that someplace here. We need to activate this one here. It's the descent module, but this thing doesn't come with its own. Dr. Punish, good morning. How are you? I'm pretty sure I saw you on TikTok. You went to my... Exactly. One of the shorts. Yes. And the Mars video is already live? I'm not sure about the schedule. Maybe. Yeah, the last missions were to Venus and Mars. That's correct. Do you play KSP and RP-1 by any chance? Because I am a bit confused about my readings here. Let's simulate something. Well, grab a scientist. Yeah, Sylvia, you already have experience. Let's go. And go to orbit directly. And then see how the Vostok behaves. Yeah, you play KSP and I'm trying to learn RP-1. Yeah, it feels like a whole different game, right? I've been playing my RP-1 install, though I might start doing that again today. I'm trying to recreate the V2 in the tutorial. Yes, the V2, that was fun to do. I really enjoyed those missions. On my YouTube channel, you have videos about the V2. So feel free to watch those if you want to have some inspiration. But for now, let's ditch these stages and then we are in orbit, right? Okay, there is no separator apparently. Interesting. What can we do? Can deploy the radiators. Can deploy antennas. Do you play RSS Reborn or normal RSS from Sikan? This is RSS Reborn. So there is a lot of panels here, right? Normally I play with an ultra-wide resolution. That's why it gets disorganized every time I switch back to 1080p. Anyway, here we are. We cannot do much here. That is a pity. So we need to somehow have a decouple thingy down here. But now let's see about the science. And also the well-being of good old Sylvia. Be this one, right? Yeah. 5 days, 13 days, 13 days. Oxygen. I don't know what perpetual means here. Interesting. Well, but she seems to be fine, so well, good. Can we go on EVA here? Oh, we can't. Can't exit module. Has no hatch. Okay. How does it look from the inside? Wow. Very rudimentary. We even have a small window. 2 of them. Crazy. Okay. What about the science stuff? We could eject. That's not what we... Vent the atmosphere. Please, no. Don't do that. And we have danger. The probe. Yeah, who cares about the probe? Liquids in microgravity is running for 2 hours. Visual tracking is running for 4 hours. Okay. But there is no option whatsoever to get the other 2. Interesting. How do you deal with ullage? I'm guessing you use RCS. But wouldn't that interfere with your orbit? I mean, during your ascent, you simply... Oh, my camera is freezing a bit. Let me do something. To hopefully make it better. So, during ascent, you have no ullage problems because you can do hot staging, right? So there's that. And then, once you are in 0 gravity, you need RCS, yes. But it does not... RCS firing for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, that doesn't really interfere with your orbit. That's totally fine. So, what is up with my camera? Why is it... Why? What's it doing? Anyway, we are collecting data, we are doing this stuff, but we are not... We are not going to get the other 2 experiments going. It really looks to me as if we need to do 2 missions. Can that be? Is that... Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be. No, you don't. During the ascent, you don't have to fire RCS because you have a big RCS, the main engine. That is providing way more than enough ullage for the next follow-up engine, right? You just have to be either quick enough to fire up the next engine, or you just do hot staging, right? MacJab has a setting for that, so you can select how many seconds. Normally I do 1 or sometimes maybe 2 seconds. Then it will, while the old engine is still firing, fire up the new engine. No ullage problems there. And then separate the old stage. That works just fine. So, can we do a whole day orbit with this configuration? Let's see. Ah, now the camera is back again. Fine. Now the game is stuttering for whatever reason. We only have 1 hour so far. 3 hours. We need a full day. Maybe it's better to do this in the map view. Yes, that's way smoother. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and approaching 1 day. Okay. Everybody still alive and happy? Yeah. Yeah. Here's a little bit of stress, but that should be fine. All good, I guess. Experiments done. 51 science collected. But we only have 2 of the experiments. Huh. Yeah, the Chatterer mod doesn't play nice with time warps. That's a bit annoying. Okay, so we learned a fair bit of stuff here. Let me do a real quick Google research here. Vostok 1. Okay, are there images on the Wikipedia article? It's a model of the Vostok 1. Okay, they put a fairing on top. And the, yeah, looked, we can maybe make it... you know what? We will just do a nice full replica. Let me just have a look at the image. It has 4 of those. They don't seem to be droppable. But maybe I can find a better description of the rocket itself. Mission start. Mercury. Come on. What was the rocket named? Test flights, cosmonauts, preparation, start. Also, it looks like I don't know. It looks like they don't really care so much about the safety of their astronauts, right? It really looks like they don't have a launch escape system. Okay, you can do it like that. It's interesting. Let's rebuild this lower stage here. So we have it like that. There is no decoupler on this one, right? It's a bit of an issue, but also it's fine. Because we can just go and pick a payload fairing. Yep, this one. Like this. Put the fairing arrow. Why is it only on one side? Thank you. Good, so we have that. Then it looked to me like they would have 2 stages. One most likely with this engine right here, because it does not need ground support clamps, and those need ground support clamps. So here we have the 107 and the 108. I think the 108 was in the middle, and the 107s are on the side. Core with a higher chamber pressure thrust and smaller vernier layout. The R7 family core was supplemented with 2 minutes strap powered by these engines. What? Can we drop those boosters off or not? Not sure. We'll see. Let's put some avionics here. And also, what is the diameter here? 3 meters. Okay. We can do that. Nice. Then let's put a tank. Diameter. 3 meter diameter. I mean, I don't think safety was number 1 for the user. Not for the Russians, at least. Okay, yeah. Some more, of course, and then we put on the Vostok RD-105 engine. Oh, really? This is not much TWR. Is what? A Carolox gas vacuum engine, which served in R7 upper stages for the Vostok. The RD-105 was designed for lunar launches. It was the first upper stage for the R7 and was reused for uncrewed Vostok tests. An enhanced version, the RD-109, was used for crewed Vostok launches. Okay, let's see if we have access to the 109. Apparently we do. Doesn't give us much more. But wait, there is also something wrong with the staging here. What's going on? Why does it say it gives us 154? Because we haven't added the correct fuel yet. Okay. So this is even less thrust. How is that possible? Upper stages? Ow. Yeah, I need to pull up the Wikipedia article again. So how long would it take to get into orbit? then a month flyby, then a landing in RP-1. A landing back on Earth, you mean? Let's pull up some stats here. So mass 4 tons. The Vostok 1. Mine has also 4 tons. Okay, plus the fairing. Seems accurate. Now let's hop to the R7 and get some stats on that one. Diameter of 3 meters, 2 stages. Okay. Here we go. The R7. Variants. Vostok. Vostok. Where is the Vostok 1? Vostok. Luna? No, not Luna. Anyway. Height. Start mass. Starts. I don't... The numbers just don't make sense, really. The moon, a moon landing. A moon landing is a whole different thing, right? And what do you mean, how long would it take? You mean in real in-game time or in game play time? How long you need to do that mission? This is all pretty strange here. This is a fairly weak engine, but they keep saying in the description that it's served in the R7 upper stage. Let's read here. The core engine for the R7 and its derivatives, including blah 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 blah, Vostok, yes. Launch vehicles. It differs from the booster engine and lower chamber pressure, thrust, and wider. It powers the R7 family. Core through a very long, roughly 5-minute burn that starts on the pad alongside the boosters. What? Gameplay time. I don't know. I did the moon landing, an uncrewed one. But only just the landing. I didn't get back up again. It's a whole different story. And I think that took me 2.5 hours or something like that. Anyway, we are back here. This is an awful amount of thrust-weight ratio. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see when we make it less. It doesn't really gain much. Right. And also if we only burn the 5 minutes that it's rated for, or 7 minutes that it's rated for. We get 2000 delta V. That's not much. And also it's not really a good thrust to weight ratio, but depending on how high we are, that could be fine. 0.36. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. So we have an interstage. Let's do it like that. We give it some extra height. Good. Is that looking good? Not really. It's missing some height. There is a free space there. Now it clips a bit, but that's fine. Okay. Now comes the next state. Come on. Here, please. Come on. Put it there. I always struggle putting this second avionics there. Why? No, come on. I had it. There it is. Okay. Diameter 3. Now we need another tank. This one will be much, much bigger, I guess. And get this center engine. This one. Those are the... now I don't know what you mean. So the middle ones are the main ones. And this was also interesting because they split up the whole fuel pump and whatnot into 4 smaller ones. Which was less risky. TTS Dragon Gaming, welcome. How are you? So, and the 4 outer ones, those are the vernier ones for steering, you know. And also I think it's a gas generator one, so it's part of the exhaust goes there. Anyway, this should have a long 4-minute 40 rated burn time. So let's see how much we can put in there. So this should be good. How long we can make this? Oh, that was a bit much. 4-minute 40 minutes. Okay, like this. So this would already give us not so much, but okay-ish. 6,800 delta V. But as you might know, we need about 9,000, right? But here comes the next interesting part into play. I don't really know which ones they had been using there, but let's just pick one that seems fitting. This one. And I don't think they are... Are they detachable? Let's first build them non-detachable. So we need 4 of those. Like this. Is Falcon 9 and Shuttle the only reusable rocket? Didn't China just prove that they had one as well? Hey, Danny. Good morning. How is life? Nice to see you. So, they apparently have a bit more diameter. I don't know why it always only ever adjusts one of them. Anyway, they also have a different form factor. They look a bit like... Let me see if I can reproduce that properly. So we need another nose variant here. Which one is the correct one? Oh no, this is core. That was wrong. The nose variant we need. Okay. So this looks more like it. Maybe we can get it even better. So no. Let all different kind of adapters thing. So use R7. Why does it look so strange? So we use 5. I mean, just from the name. Oh no. The R7 should be the one. But this is confusing. Yeah, I'm well as well, thank you. This is really confusing. Why? It shouldn't look like that. Okay, what happens if we do for the mount? Ah, so that is the base. Nose is the base? That's counterintuitive, I would say. Do we have here? Do we have an R7 variant somewhere here? RD8? Yeah. We put RD10. Which ones do we put there? 107s. Yes, these. This all looks super strange. But if we now put RD107s on there, how does that work? Shouldn't we be able to put them here? That's how I thought it would work. We do it like that. And then we use the translate tool to put them like that. No, not really. Interesting. How does that work? And why? How and why? I don't fully understand how this is supposed to work yet. China's rockets look kind of like Falcon 9, but I can't find like a good photo. Yeah, that's the thing with China, right? You will never be able to find a good looking image of that unless they want you to find it. Let me pull up an image again of the R7. I really don't see. Oh, yes. Ah, found something. Let's put that aside. And that tank as well. Also, apparently, this fairing here is another fairing. It is interstate. One of these. Where is that? Hollow. Truss fairing. Come on. Fairing base. Procedural interstage fairing. Is it this one? Also not really, right? More like one of these. But also not completely. What is that? Can I undo what I just did? Maybe? Because it wasn't so bad. Okay. Here we go. We need another one of these tanks. We need the modular one. This one. With a 3-meter diameter. Archie HD, welcome. How are you? Yeah, the staging we will have a look later. Because I just saw the nose needs to be the R7 variant. That's what it looks like, at least. On the image. And then there is, like, the rest of the tank. Below is just a normal tank. Something like that. And somehow this whole thing here, it still looks a bit strange, but we'll see what we make up with that. Sorry, I meant the hollow fairing the R7 had. It should be under the coupling node. Yeah, but it's like a cylindrical fairing thing. And I wasn't able to find one here. I mean, this one would be close. But is it the correct one? We'll check later. Now let's just see and find out if we can make this whole thing work like it's supposed to work. So we have 4 minutes of burn time. This is not going to work out. You're already at 10 minutes. How is that supposed to be working? Anyway. Then. This is incorrect. Let's go back to our flat thingy here. Let me look at the image again. Say attach to SS. Oh. Okay. This needs to be higher because our boosters are supposed to be attached. Why is it doing this so strange? Let's redo that. Like that. You were looking in payload, it's on the above if you want to use it. Okay, let's go back here for a second. Which one do you mean? Is it the procedural fairing base? This looks close at least. But it's a base for mounting side fairings on your payload. Raised surface can be loaded. Because this is the only one that offers a grid that visually resembles what I'm looking for. Anyway. We are the next part. What? The next part up? In here? You mean the hollow interstage one? Yes. Yes, that could be the one. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. Anyway. Let me... try to build these side boosters here. They apparently have a different... How does that work? Looks like that. Then... at the top... they have something like... this. Let's go with this one for now. Oops. Then... this is not... is this the correct type of tank? Or do I need to put one of those modular noses on top? Let's see if they can do something that the other one cannot do. Diameter. Variant. Nose cone. Dome. Adapter. Core. Not really. That. Modular booster tank. Oh, wait, is it that one? That looks kind of like it. Core. Select. Mount. Oh, come on. Select nose. Okay, here we go. Do we have something that sounds familiar? The RD-107 sounds familiar. And also this kind of looks. Or mount, texture, or booster 1, booster 2. What's the difference? Booster 3, 4. Oh my god. 7. I'm still confused by this bottom area here. So let's say we would go and attach it to here. Here. Right, that looks okay. I think you need to create a new small space plane. I need to create... okay, you... yeah, okay. To crew my space station. Do you have any ideas on which space planes I should take inspiration from? Just yesterday we had a look at the future programs, and one of them is the space station program. But yeah, I only ever did SSTOs and space planes in stock so far. Not in here. In RP-1, I only did the X-15 series of missions. But that is not really capable of doing what you want to achieve, so no. I'm sorry. So the 107 would be added down here, but how? It is like... Oh! See, there was some note where it attached properly. Like this. It fits perfectly. Okay. So that kind of makes a bit of sense now. Now, how do we make these tanks higher? Vertical scale. Adjustment. Okay. Mount vertical scale. So now we would need to find... I mean, it still doesn't look super like the... Because I guess we need more of these. That's better. Okay, so they can be separated. Okay, modular booster tank. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. So then we have the RD-108. Hold Alt or snap into place. Exactly what it did. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, you seem to know a lot about RP-1. Let me ask you one thing. I have the mission to do 4 science experiments. But it will only ever let me configure 2. Do I have to do 2 missions to do the 4 science experiments? Or how is it supposed to work? That would be super interesting to know. Anyway, so we have that. We have the staging done. I really don't like what I see with the TWR reading here. I mean, I like what I see with the delta V. But this is really... What if you do it like that? That doesn't help. Oh. You just gave me an idea. I should create an X-15 to do those contracts over a certain area on Kerbin and go to the poles to gain science. Yeah, why not? I've played RP-1 like 3 times and never again. It's just been sitting in a different install. Yep. So... I don't know why it... Oh my god, okay, we have even less delta V, it appears. How is this supposed to lift this rocket? Wait. You haven't put any... Okay. Any fuel into these. But still, it's only 0.5. How? Well, how? How is it supposed to lift those? Also, this orange Doesn't look very nice. Only has these variants. Interesting. And on the image they are like all white, almost. That's not so nice that we are not able to recreate this. But also, let's put those aside for a second again. Also this one. Use one of the modular tanks with 3 meter diameter. Because select mount. There was an RD-108 mount, right? Somewhere. Yes. See? Ah, look at that. Where did we put the engine? Here. Do it. Is it working? No. Apparently not. Is this the... this doesn't seem right. This is an RD-108, right? And this mount is an RD-108. Ah, yes. Yes. It makes sense. So... this does not make much sense. This is somehow this rotated variant. Doesn't really fit perfectly, but why not? Maybe the diameter is wrong? What if we lower down the diameter? Oh, that seems to work better. Right? Is it 2 meters maybe? Ah, much better. Look at that. Seems to be 2. Or something? Not sure. I'm not sure. This is a strange diameter. Why is it so strange? Also, maybe this one gets better if we adjust the diameter then. Yeah, I guess. 230 looks about right. Looks much better like this. I would even say 240 is the perfect diameter. What engine and block? What do you mean? With this one here? But we still have not enough thrust. That it just doesn't calculate properly. Ah, wait, maybe we don't even need the additional. How does that? Yeah, see. That's better. Select mount, flat, give me the engine back, don't need an additional tank. Select mount. Let's choose the RD-108 again. That's not the correct one. We need the rotated one. Like this. Looking good. Okay. And now we can adjust the height here. But the 108 engine has a rated burn time of 4 minutes 40, and we already have remove tanks 108 5 minutes and 17 of fuel in here. Just doesn't match what I'm seeing. Here. Maybe I need to find a different schematic. No, but it looks like that. Yep. Huh. It does look like that. So we have to put some more on the length here. Like that. And these 107s, how much rated burn time do they have? Only 2 minutes. Let's reattach it. Ah, that's why they have this indent here. Now it all makes sense. For all mankind is so good, man. You should definitely give that a watch if you haven't. For all mankind. Ah, it's the comedy series, right? Right? I guess. Okay, now these are a bit too high. Or maybe not too high, but... our rocket, the tank is too... no, not high enough. Would be something like that. But now we would have, like, how high are we? We are... 42 meters. And the real thing is how high? 34 meters. 280 tons. So we did something wrong. Most likely, I would say we need to make these smaller. And also this one smaller. What did I say? 34? Yeah, something like this. Oh, we are getting in the area of 1.0 TWR. But we have not enough delta V to get to orbit. Interesting. But let's face this later. Oh, wait, what? So 2 meters less is more accurate. And those can be a bit farther out. maybe the booster 2. I would see it like that. Oh, it's still the booster 1, I guess. Got that. Kind of. .04. But the burn times, they don't really match, right? We have 2 minutes on these engines. That makes sense. Total sense. And we separate those. And then we have this one. We need to ignite them at the same time. But they have a rated burn time of 4 minutes 40. That's too long here. Ah, wait. Oh. How do we deal with this issue? Can only burn for 4 minutes 40? I mean, I can only think of reducing the length until we hit 4 minutes 40. Which would be something like that. Okay, that is at least a start. Oh my god. Vostok orbit Mark 1. Save. We didn't save for a very long time. Those still don't look exactly like what I wanted to look. But the numbers, at least, they match now. Let's leave it like that. So let's have a look at this again. We have a separator thingy here, which we said we want to replace with this decouple thingy. And this now needs to go on this node or on this node? This node, I guess. Let's see if we can make it look nice. Huh. Aha, look at that. How do we attach this properly? We can attach it here, or we can attach it down here. We attach it here. That doesn't really make sense. That doesn't really make sense. I don't think that's the correct one for the job. I mean, I could just attach it here and say top is going to be detached, and now I can just move it to where I want it to be. Why is it jumping to the side? What? Why does it keep jumping? Thank you. So I could do it like that. And then make it a bit narrower. That would look at least a bit like the original. Can we color it a bit? Recoloring tool. Because they are white on the original. Yes. Also, please color this one to white as well. And this tank is white as well. And this avionics is white as well. All white. This is all white. And these would be all white as well, but... Can I make it work? No. Apparently not. Mount. Core. White. I can make these white as well. Huh. The texture I can select some. Look at that. Is there an all-white variant? This one is not so bad. This one is better. S5, fine. What else do we have? Soyuz. Gold. Interesting. Silver. No, this one looks good. And the mount tags, we only have these two. In that case. Mount. Ah, white and white. Ah! Look at that. Detail. How can I change the color of this one? Apparently I can't. Ah, I can. So this I want to be grayish. And this I want to be white. This looks like it. Ah, I see. I start to like what I did there. Space Junkie, welcome back. The first supporter is back. Welcome. How is your morning so far? We are having fun doing the orbit mission from yesterday, but this time with a Vostok. replica. I honestly don't think we will make it to orbit yet, but... Oh my god, something really messed up the staging here. What happened? Okay, that's still not good. What happened? Ah, we replaced the fairing with the interstage here. That's what is messing up the stuff. So, but it looks good by now. Wait. Now it makes sense again. Okay. How is the morning? Yeah, I had some nice breakfast and now we're building this awesome rocket here. That is fun. But looking at the rocket, it's still... I still don't see this going to an orbit. Can you turn off engine failures in RP-1? I need to know this before I get back on. I mean, in the simulation, here is the check mark. Enable part failures or not. For actual relaunches, I'm not sure. Maybe in the difficulty settings there is a setting for it. But I'm not sure. I never checked. Space Junkie, you are absolutely right. You have been supporting me before you became a member. That is, you are one of the very first people who subscribed and were part of this whole journey. I'm sending you the Discord link here, because there is now also a private supporter channel. Or text and voice, if you feel like that. Feel free to join. So, we are not gonna make it to orbit with 7000 delta V, but... I mean, we have, once we have some altitude. We'll see. It might still all make sense. We'll just give it a try. Is our hero from yesterday still there? Sylvia? Yes. Okay, first try, guys. First try. Yes, yesterday we did the Mercury missions. That was fun. You can watch the VODs, of course. Maybe because you have different nicknames. Are you on Discord, the Eva guy? Maybe I'm confusing it. I don't know. Oh yeah, there. It didn't send the link to YouTube. That's correct. Huh. Just Sepper. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. You're not late. We are doing on a cloudy day. That's why we don't see much. Oh, we totally forgot some launch clamps and whatnot. We can't even launch. And we forgot another thing. Same name. Yeah, I have to check Discord later. I can also invite you to those channels then. We need to do some stuff here first, and that is this stage has how much? 16 tons. It needs to be controlled. Okay. Let's do that. This stage right here needs to be able to control 110 tons. No, that's not correct. It needs to be able to control everything. 310. Okay, now we have it. And now we need the launch clamps. We totally forgot the launch clamps, guys. Just messaged you. Nice. I have Discord disabled while I stream, so. What is going on? Oh my god. I'm also gonna be building a Vostok for my first crewed orbit since I'm doing a Soviet playthrough. Oh, nice. Just Soviet. Yeah, maybe I do that one day as well. Space Junkie, you are absolutely crazy. The next 5 supporters. Do I know the names? Who are the lucky ones? I know Serafina from one of my past streams. The other names I don't recognize. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah. You have your mentions and everything for sure in the videos. In the upcoming ones. I saw that you already looked at the scheduled ones. Right. And glad that you liked them. But now, okay, we updated the avionics. We wanted to add launch clamps. Do we have ones that are Russian, let's say? Because we have the standard radial ones. We have these. But from the image that I just saw, I saw a huge tower. This is the Saturn V. This is insanely huge. Very, very much too big. We have Apollo style clamps. I normally go with the Apollo style ones, but they don't seem to be perfect. Ah, this tower thingy might do what it's supposed to do. What if we attach the tower thingy to here? Will that make sense? I guess. And we put you down here. Did I unlock the Soyuz? Launch clamps in research. I am not so sure. Let's check it out. Maybe I'm missing a research node, yeah? It shouldn't be a problem. We have almost 1,000 by now. Crazy. Those Mars and Venus missions, they yielded a lot of science. That was really cool. So I guess launch clamps would be somewhere up here, no? Stability. Flight control. Second gen space capsules? No. This is all jet engines and whatnot. Space station docking. Docking. Heat shields, engines. Engines. Life support. Where are the Soyuz thingies? This is just probes and whatnot. Improvements. Science. Communication. Electricity. Where would such a node be? I would have guessed that it's up here somewhere. Or is it tied to some engine unlock? I don't think so. No. I don't see us missing any here. Let's go back to the VAB. Modular launch pads. I didn't play around with these at all so far. I was just looking at the image of the R7 and it had a big tower with one arm. But it's hanging in the air. Yeah, that's true. But it has some, like the Mechazilla clamps holding the rocket. Unlike what we see here. So... But modular launch pads, yeah, could be what I'm looking for. Those scissor arm thingies sounds like something that I would need. Oh my god, there is tons of stuff here. I never really checked out this thing here. Can I search for R7? Oh my god. Oh no, that's engines. R7, no. Vostok, no. So, use, no. I think the R7 has those triangular fins at the bottom of the 4 boosters. Does it? Let me check. It actually has, yes. Aha! My god, you have a nice eye for detail, I have to say. Let's add those. That's a good point. Should be under aerodynamics. Is there a pre-built one that we can just pick, or do we have to use a procedural one? Okay, they are... Do they have... Ah no, that looks just strange on the image. This is not it. Let's go with the procedural win. It's B9 procedural. It's not really a wing, alright? It's just a fin. Tail fin. Wing connector. Let's search for fin. Basic fin. Look at that. Can I adjust? No, they are not adjustable. Tail fin, delta. Nope. Then I guess we use the procedural ones. Because all the others are really not all moving. We want a not moving one. Supersonic. Yeah, supersonic seems reasonable, I guess. And now these we can, by pressing J, adjust however we want. And they seem to be a lot thinner and a lot wider. Like that. And they are, of course, white. Oh my god. White, all white, please. Section, trailing edge, leading edge. Yes. And also the trailing edge should be white. Let's do it like that. Good. We have the launch clamp. We have everything set up. We have the staging. Not correct. Where is this ring? This is for the upper fairing. Okay. These need to be combined. That looks better now for the staging. Okay. I'ma head out and come back in like 10 to 15 minutes. See ya. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you later. Spezies, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Yes, I actually do have access to the Kitten Space Agency pre-alpha. Yes. There's tons of videos already on my YouTube channel. And also streams here, right? VODs you can watch. But is there anything that you want to know in particular? Okay. Now we should be able to do the first try. How long until release of KSA? Months, at least. What do you mean by release? Making the pre-alpha publicly available, or a release, like the game is released? Might be a beta or early access or whatever. Whoa! Why are there explosions? Because apparently we stick into the ground. For no reason. Is public irgendwas? Yeah. That I would say months. More than 1 month, I would say. But not years. I would expect it to maybe the end of the year or beginning of next year. They said they do a weekly call in the company where everyone has a vote, and as soon as somebody votes for no to the public release, it's a no. As soon as everybody agrees, it will be made public. I just think that cause your rocket's clipping through the ground. Yes, but why? It's not clipping here, but maybe because the launch table. Let's just give it a bit more space. Simulate. Your KSA system requirements are not so high. Right now they haven't optimized memory usage, so you need VRAM, a lot of it. 8 gig at least, I would suggest. But also saying that the standard setting when you launch it now is the highest detail, ultra detail, right? You can lower it down. So you should also... What's going on? I moved it up, but it's not moved up. Why? Maybe this tower thingy doesn't do what it should do. I mean, it's quite high already, but let's just try it again. But I don't think this tower counts towards that. We will still hit the ground. 7800 X3D with 64 gram and a 2070. Yeah, that's what many of the devs also have comparable. That's absolutely fine. I guess the 2070 has 8 gig of RAM, right? Should be fine. Should be absolutely fine. Maybe not for ultra settings, but for high settings at least. Oh my god, see, this tower thingy, it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So I have a 3070 and I also have 8 gigs of VRAM and I can most of the time use the ultra max settings. So all good. So why does that air pump, resource pump, pump, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Go away. Let's pick something else. That was the umbilical tower. Both as a launch clamp and a fuel pump. Launch stability enhancer. I don't know. Modular mount. I think we just go for our standard medium Apollo launch clamp. That never disappointed. It always works. And now it clips into... What? Tweak scale. Can I not just tweak it horizontally? Anyway, where is the large one? Here. That does. Also clip, come on. Let's just put it here then. That does not clip. Oh my god. The game crashed. The game crashed. Oh my god. I see a nice Kerbal with an exclamation mark and a progress bar filling up. Okay, interesting. So I guess we just have a bit of time to chat, restarting the game. Try putting a launch clamp under the rocket. Yeah, I saw those. I don't like them that much. But they would work, I guess. You're right. So, every RP-1 with additional mods installation takes time. Time to load. So we're gonna have to wait for some minutes now. I never had this kind of crash before. Interesting. So, what do you think? Will we reach orbit with the configuration that we have? It's gonna be really a close call, I guess. Could work, could also not work. We'll see. This is a lot of patches by now. 93,000. Got loaded from cache, right? So, yeah, first launch incoming. Simulated. I think we will make it, but it's gonna be really, really close. I mean, MacJab has to do a really good job with the ascent profile to make that work. We'll see. Also, yeah, the parachute is attached. That should be fine. And still, I'm a bit unhappy about us only being able to do 2 of the 4 science experiments. That definitely means that we only can do the whole mission contract, program contract in 2 missions. I really hope to be able to do it in just one. But I really don't see how we would be able to increase the amount of science experience we can pack. So we will likely be doing 2 missions. What kind of screenshot is this loading screenshot here? Was this an actual thing of NASA? Some theoretical rocket or something? Looks strange. Expansion loading complete. Then go ahead and load the game. Come on. It really didn't like this launch clamp, the Apollo launch clamp, right? Anyway. Here we go, in the main menu at least. Resume. Load. Oh, I hope it didn't mess up our save file. Or the vessel file. Let's see. I think I will go with the large Apollo style clamp. Because I really like this. I don't like these the launch clamp that sit under the rocket. I just don't like them. And also the reference image on Wikipedia that I was using to model the rocket, it has a launch tower with clamps at the top. So the Apollo style clamp resembles that better, I would say. Here we are, back in the game. Let's see what it saved before it crashed. Open. Vostok. Okay, it saved with this other clamp. That's fine. Let's put the large Apollo style clamp here. And then move the rocket down again. Safe. Good. Sylvia, are you still in? You are. Thank you for that. Simulate. Simulate. I didn't recheck the staging. Maybe we should do it before hitting launch. The fins are also gone. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. Just a test run, right? No, they seem to be there. Looking good. Okay, Sylvia, how are you? Oh, neutral, I would say. Let's see. Ascent guidance. I think we need you, and we need you to go to... Maybe let's do it conservative. What does it say? It says that we are not fine. We are so not fine. Stage 1. Oh, maybe we are. Maybe we are. I'm confused it. Maybe we are. Let's just give it a try. Right. What would be a nice view? Oh, let's just go with that. Just the first try, right? Okay. We need to change the coloring there. Anyway, we are go for launch in 3, 2, 1, ignition. Or not. What is happening? Was it the staging? The launch clamp worked. But too fast. First the engine needs to spin up, and then the launch clamp needs to detach. Let's see. It has to be the staging. Absolutely the staging. You go here. Then you go away. Then okay, now it's fine. Ah, because we replaced the clamp. That's why. That's why. I think we can even do 200 with this configuration. It appears that we can. Okay, here we go again. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Oh my god. That is loud. Clouds. Oh, in the middle of 2 layers. In the middle of 2 layers. That's nice. Oh, that's super nice. There we go, some visual glitches with the clouds. Many times I have this issue that the dark clouds, they are rendered through the bright clouds. I don't know why. Anyway. 40 seconds to separation. The separation is going to be interesting. Time warp a tiny bit. Okay, and oh, beautiful. And we now have a surface TWR of 0.9, but we're still accelerating. And our TWR, our real one, is 1.02. So We should be fine, I hope. So this is going to burn for some more time. 2.5 minutes, I would say. That doesn't make sense. Why does it say 3 minutes? I mean, it will work in the simulation, but we're gonna have a problem later on in the real thing. Rated burn time is only 280 seconds. So that's a problem. Ah, I got it. I think I got it. Let's just time warp through this. Just to see if the staging and everything is working fine. Uh-oh, liquid oxygen reserves are low. What's going on? Are we good here? Liquid oxygen is getting low. Okay. But this is just for fuel, right? Anyway. Staging should be imminent. With this nice little fellow here. That seems to work. EWR is only 0.41 now, but we are in space, so it should be okay. This is a long, long burn. But at the end, we should be able to make it. Okay. We are almost in orbit, and we are in orbit. Nice. This is even... We have even much kerosene left. Interesting. Anyway, now we would get rid of the fairing and whatnot. And we would be able to do experiments. Can we see something anywhere? No, nothing of importance. Can we open the hatch? I don't think so. Okay, so we would now be doing the orbit with this thing. Do we have control of any sort? There should be RCS and whatnot on this module here. Right? Activate engine? No. Ah, we don't have deploy antennas. We don't have communication. I guess. Hopefully that's the issue. But we'll see. Let's time warp to us having a connection. To anybody? Hello? Is there anybody? Down there. There it is. But we don't seem to have any control. Retrograde, please? No? Why not? I'm a bit afraid of staging this, because it might fire the rocket, the engine, if I stage now. Will it? We'll see. Ah, it won't. Okay. We actually have to activate. Yeah, okay. I see. Okay, all good. Now we could fire up. We have how much delta V in this stage? 74. That should bring us... Ah yeah, look at that. Bring us to suborbital trajectory, and it does. Bringing down our periapsis. Yes. A Tonka 250 engine. There we are. And now we can retract the antennas again and the radiators. We would be done doing our experiments and whatnot. And then we would simply be ejecting this module. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. And now the interesting part is, will this thing survive re-entry? I mean, it doesn't have any heat shield or whatever. What's going to happen? I have no idea. Okay, 140 kilometers. Here we are. And now... little bit of texture loading, obviously. And here we go. Okay. Are we going to go down over land? That would be in Tanna or whatever. Where are we going down? Or right before the coast. Splashdown. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what happens to us in re-entry. Gonna be interesting. So at 70 kilometers, I guess, we should start seeing plasma building up. See, there it comes. Okay. I mean, retrograde should be fine here. Now, we have this nice little heat statistic here. Hottest part is the parachute, okay. Critical skin temperature is rising. Let's see what's gonna happen. Honestly, I never knew 74 meters of second of delta V can affect orbit this much. Yeah, it can deorbit you just fine. I mean, even less. Even half of it would be fine, I guess. Essentially, you just have to get down your periapsis below 140 kilometers, then the atmosphere will do the rest. That looks interesting. Looks kind of cool, right? What does the temperature say? Oh, all good, I would say. How can the Vostok parachute be the coldest and the hottest part at the same time? How? Okay, we get a temperature gauge there. We're going, hearing some supersonic booms. That looks cool. Looks really cool. If you look at it like that, super nice. Interesting how this works without a heat shield. I mean, maybe has the heat shield included already. Yeah, it has some kind of ablator here. See? And the temperature, the critical skin temperature is going down again. So we are through the worst already. How does... Sylvia doesn't look happy. Oh my god, her stress level. She's gonna be unconscious soon. And she's out. She is out. And she will come back soon. Sylvia, come back to us. You're through the world. Yeah, she's back. What does her stress level say? Oh, back to 0. Oh, she's calm. Quite fast. Okay, that was the subsonic boom. Now, next question. When does the parachute open? When does it open? We are 3 kilometers high. Do something! Ah, thank you. Oh my god, what? Why did it drop off one of them? What kind of logic is that? Anyway, 11 meters a second should be fine for a splashdown at least, right? Oh, he's rotating like crazy. What? How does it look from the inside? That goes... I mean, it's all black. Wait, where? There is sun coming in from somewhere. But I don't know where. Those things, they look to up. But it looks... I don't know. I don't know. Let's go down, and then our mission should also be fine at the end. Okay. There we are. Can she get out? EVA? She can! Look at that! But let's not do it. All good, all good, all good. Okay, good. So that was a success. What did we learn? We learned that this only works in the simulation because that second stage burn time is way, way, way too long. I get it. Because those 4 minutes are on top of these 2 minutes. That won't work. But maybe that's fixable with the staging. If we do ignite this engine with the separation of the boosters, can we still lift off? Ah, no, then we have 6 minutes burn time. It's of course too much. We only have... How much did we have? 4 minute 40. So we need to bring this length down here to 4 minute 40. That is not much. That's really not much. Okay. Can we make these? Oh, it's already the smallest version. So maybe these are only 2 meters in diameter? Like this, maybe? we need to play with it a bit. So the diameter of these seems off. Let's have a look at these engines. They are now also not correctly aligned. No, that was more correct before with the free. They are 3 meters. That's for sure. And also their length seems correct. So in that middle one here, what can we improve? The nose vertical scale? Maybe? Oh, but maybe we just reduce the amount of fuel that we have in the stage. But we are still way too big here. Let's compare it to that one still. So we have this area, we have this area, and we have this area. And this part here is way longer. So maybe we just go and do it so that it fits properly, like this again. Yeah. But now we have to put less fuel in to make it to the 4-minute 40 mark. Or minute 56, it's too much. Oh wait, here. We can play with this utilization thing here, I guess. 4 minute 36. Okay, that could work. Let's give it a try. So we changed now that the center engine will not ignite at the beginning, only the boosters. And then when the boosters get ejected, the center engine will ignite and fire for 4 minutes 40. That should work better, I guess. And then it's lunchtime, guys. So let's make one successful simulated run, and then I guess in the evening we will do the proper mission. How does that sound? Here we are. Somehow the launch clamps are again number 1, which is incorrect. And somehow the ascent guidance is gone again as well. Good. 200 kilometers. It says that we can do it. Yeah. These numbers make more sense now. Okay. Again, nice launch. Going for it. 3, 2, 1, ignition. have enough thrust. Separation imminent. Okay. It did not ignite. Why did you not ignite? Let's try it with hot staging. Hot staging, especially here, should be fine because there is nothing. Ah, no, that won't work. That won't work. That RD-108 engine, it needs ground support clamp to ignite. How is this whole rocket supposed to be working then? If we only have 4 minutes of burn time. Am I just totally stupid? What do I not get here? We have to ignite it with this engine. Ah, maybe like that it might still work as well. Maybe I was really just stupid. This is totally possible. Never underestimate your own stupidity. Alright. Of course, the launch clamp is still wrong. Let's put it here. That's also wrong. Let's put it here. That's better. And also, this one didn't work somehow. So we could put all of this in one stage. Good. Engage autopilot. Readings look good. 3, 2, 1, ignition. I don't see anything igniting. Oh. We somehow are running out of VRAM. I have the impression. Normally after some seconds, this stabilizes again and we get normal amount of FPS again. Let's see. Nice. Let's continue. Oxygen reserves. Yeah. All good. I got it. could do hot staging there, I guess. And now we go to orbit. I mean, we tried that before. That works. Okay, so 2 steps to do to finish this. One is the coloring of that center engine thing, and the other is the staging. So the launch clamps, they go here. The engine goes with this, and this is going to be hot staging, so we change it to this. That should be fine. So, where are you? Interesting. Let's see. Recoloring UI. The mount. I want it all white first. Good. And then the core needs to have a different coloring. Core Paralogs? No. Yes. 0.5 Carologs. 1.8. So this is the one that mostly looks like what we want to have. Good. All white, all good. We did that, we did that, we did that. We can add a little bit more space here. Because we now do hot staging. And now we are also closer to the 280 ton reading. What difficulty are you playing on? This is standard RP-1 settings. We do one last simulated attempt to check the hot staging and whatnot. And then I can show you around a bit. Show you the settings. And we all go for lunch. Right? All right. Engage autopilot. Readings look good. Options. We need to enable hot staging with a second now. Good. And let's go, I guess. We still have a lot of Delta V left in the stage at the top. It's interesting. Anyway. Let's time warp through this time. And let's launch. Nice Korolev cross. And now the interesting thing will be the hot staging of the next stage. Let's time warp there. We should nicely see it ignite. And then separate. Ignition and separation. Yeah, what a timing! And we could also, in the same time, eject this fairing, right? Well, both of them, please. Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, that we can improve. Okay. So, let's make this tiny adjustment with the fairing. Or maybe we leave it, because it seems to be... I mean, we were already all... it was because... Yeah. Makes sense. So the fairing goes with the staging, the interstage change, and then okay. Save. Vostok Orbit Mark 1 is ready, guys. Ready. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. We want to check settings. Difficulty settings. I have never touched these, so it's standard RP-1. But earlier you asked, right, for this, can you disable engine failure? And I don't have an answer to that. So let's see. Settings. Difficulty normal. Difficult. Can I go in there? Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Re-entry heating, science rewards, auto hire. Advanced, maybe? Oh, plasma blackout. Nice. Procedural wings, better time warp, button manager, contract configurator, filter. Oh, look at that. We can finally get rid of this window appearing, I guess. Anyway, hunger, verbal construct, eats. No. Verbalism. Part malfunctions. Is that the setting? Allow engine failures based on part age and mean time between failures. That's the one, no? If you disable that one, you won't have engine failures anymore. So you can play RP-1 without the engine failure stuff. There's also a separate one, engine malfunction. Allow engine failures on ignition and exceeded burn durations. Yep. If you disable those two, I guess that would be what you want to have. There's even another one. Stress breakdowns. Oh my god. Okay. This is apparently a thing. Ah, maybe here I can show a message when the EC level is low. Reset can be changed per vessel. I am always annoyed by these electrical charge notifications. Space weather. Okay. Accept. Accept. Now it says custom. I don't like that, but that's how it is. Close. Resume. Welcome back. We did launch. And, you were the one asking. Yeah, sorry. You can turn off engine failures. Yes. So you're good to go with an RP-1 playthrough. And no engine failures. Pretty cool. So, as I said, it really is time for lunch, guys. Just throw a Kerbal into. Yeah, I don't know. Are there studies on how well Kerbals burn or ignite when being mixed with certain fuels? Maybe there are. Who knows? Anyway, lunchtime, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was now 2.5 hours of creating the R7 with the Vostok on top of it. And as I said earlier, in the evening, we are going to launch this. I don't know when exactly. Maybe also there is today a tournament in League of Legends. It's called Clash. And if we find 5 people, we are going to play. So could be a little bit later when we start streaming the mission, around 11 or something. If we don't do the tournament, it might be earlier, like somewhere between 8 and 10, I would guess. Anyway, I know all of you have anyway subscribed, so you will get the notifications. And also, if you want to join the Discord, I will post it there as well, of course. We'll post the link again. There you go. That should be the invite. Cool. And Space Junkie, I'm going to start Discord now and check your message. So, see you in the evening, most likely. Space Junkie, again, so many thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. I don't know how I can express how thankful I am. That's super nice. And I hope you all have a nice Sunday. Maybe see you in the evening. Bye-bye.